I met Laird Hamilton on the beach. I think I was working with Kid Rock at the time, and Kid Rock introduced me to Laird and Don Wildman and this group of Malibu athlete guys. And Chris Chelios, first person I ever went into a sauna with was Chris Chelios, who was really a fanatic sauna guy for 30 years. And he played in the NHL longer than anybody, and he blamed sauna on his ability. He gave credit sauna for his ability to play for as long as he was able to play. So started doing sauna with him, and then Laird invited me to start training at the gym, which was like, seemed crazy, but I liked him and was so inspired by him, and he was so different from the musicians I hang around. I never hung around athletes before. So meeting people who are good at anything is interesting. And to meet someone who's so good, world-class at something so foreign to what the people that I know who are world-class at stuff, it's like a different universe. So I wanted to go to hang out with Laird, really just to hang out with him and see how he thought about the world, because he's such an interesting character. And I started going. I remember when I went the first day, he said, okay, let's do some push-ups. And he asked me to, and I couldn't do one push-up. And I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like, no, don't say you can't do it. Say you haven't done it yet. And he would break up a movement for every exercise. If I couldn't do it the full way to start, he would have me do a piece of the exercise, and then another piece, and then another piece, and then put the first two pieces together, and then put the second two pieces together, and finally put all three together until I could do things. And with his help, I went from not being able to do one push-up to working up to 100 consecutive push-ups, which was, couldn't believe it. So what I learned through this process of both listening to the nutritionist and listening to Laird in the gym, I gave over control of myself. Up till that point, I always thought I knew what was best for myself. And what I thought was best for myself was being a vegan. But when I gave myself up to, in this case, other people, I lost weight, I got fit, my life changed, and then started doing the ice and sauna was another part of it. And the ice, I was terrified to go in the ice at first, and then worked up to, sometimes we'll do 30 minutes in the ice before even getting in the sauna. Like insane.
30 minutes?
Absolutely.
How cold is the ice?
39 degrees.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If you do it every day, like that was during the lockdown, we're in Hawaii, and we were doing sauna and ice every day.
Are you doing it 30 minutes consecutively?
In that case, it was 30 minutes consecutively.
So just in there up to your neck, 30 minutes.
Up to your neck. I keep my hands out. I sit like this. I blow into my hands and focus on the heat, the sensation of the heat in my fingers.
You weren't worried about hypothermia? You weren't worried about anything?
No.
Because you'd built yourself up to that.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it. I wasn't forcing myself past what I could do. If I got too much,
Right.
I'd get out.
What's the benefit of being in there for that long, though?
It was just like a game. It's like during
if you
lockdown,
do
it's
it.
something to do. Like, let's
Yeah.
see how long we can go. It's like you get to 5. Let's say we typically did 5 minutes between rounds. So you do 5 minutes. It's like, I feel like I could stay longer. Let's stay longer. Let's see. I was doing it with my other friend, Jack. We would both do it together, and we're looking at each other in the sauna. I could stay. You want to stay? Stay. And like maybe we got up to 10 minutes once, then we got up to 15 minutes once, and it was just like seeing what you could do.
So are you going from sauna to the cold back and forth?
Back and forth 4 times, but we started in the old days, we would do sauna first and then cold and back and forth. And then we started doing cold first. Just to it was like a challenge. It's harder to get into the ice not coming out of the sauna.
Yeah.
One of the tricks that I would use to get into the sauna, into the ice, was staying in the sauna too long and psyching myself up. I just want to cool off. I just want to cool off. I just, like talking myself into jumping into the ice was like the best gift.
Right.
So then then it's like, okay, so now I could do it that way. And then once I got comfortable with it, it's like, okay, can I just jump into an ice tub and just stay there? And it was just fun to try these things. It was just experimenting.
And what did that do for your body?
It was great. First of all, I would say the number one thing that it did was put me in a great mood. I would say that I can be moody at times, and nothing has made me feel better in my life than the combination of the sauna and the ice back and forth. By the fourth round, you do not have a care in the world.
Yeah.
And whatever difficulties you have in life to deal with are not as bad as getting in the ice, whatever they are.
Yeah.
It's like you described earlier with your workout, same thing. So if you're doing something really hard, then the things that seem hard in life don't seem so hard.
Yeah. Someone said this once, that the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be you got a scratch in your car. I can't believe this. That's why spoiled children cry about things that's just nonsensical.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you getting so upset about this? Because they've never had anything bad happen to them.
Yeah.
So their ability to be
Resilient.
Yeah, resilient. That's the word.
I had that issue as well because I grew up in a way where I was never challenged and I was not resilient.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten better at it since I went through depression. That was also part of getting to the resilience through depression.